Isn't Surge sick banned, on Medusa, dude? Can't you just pop your ult and then surge in and like, you know, your ult's already fast. You just you can stone gaze everyone.
Speed. But yeah, I mean the surge is fine. I guess the
well now she can ult in, get it, and then you can surge her out. You know, that's the problem with Medusa. Once the ult's down, you're stuck. Now you get the retreat. You know, you throw some cogs. It's all just more peel, Bowie.
It's not like a Sven Darkseer though. I don't think.
Well, that's fair. Yeah.
There are heroes that use the Darkseer better. It's not necessarily a problem that there is just something. I like to see sometimes they go Death Prophet for Mini, but I guess it could also be Sexy Fat's hero.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was just wondering the same thing. I feel like it's probably more likely Sexy Fat because you're picking this DP blind, aren't you? You don't know what your mid matchup's going to be. So I feel like they have the intention of it being Sexy Fat, but the option of going to Mini.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, pretty. I like this. Can flex. Overall, really good. It gives them a little bit more push, a little bit more Roche.
There's that Doom ban.
They did pick Medusa into Nyx Assassin, right? So you've got DP to pressure if it is offlane, Nyx with a mana burn later on.
It's actually unknown, right? That played Doom with Darkseer. They lost that game, but
I think so.
Yeah, it was the first game versus Infinity. It can definitely be strong. So
they also had Hoodwink in that game too.
True.
5 seconds remaining.
So looking for a mid laner for unknown, most likely.
Oh,
they ban out that Viper.
Ember. Okay, I really expect them to ban Ember here because I feel
Ember Darkseer, classic.
Yeah, I guess Void Spirit is also open. Maybe they want to get the Ember. That's why they didn't ban.
9th pick will be BINOMISTAS, unknown with the 10th and final.
Even the Kunkka again, right? You've got the ability for unknown just to go Kunkka once more.
5 seconds remaining.
Love that with Dusa, the rum. I realized recently, I know I've been doing Dota for like the better part of a decade, but I realized that for most of my Dota career, I was completely undervaluing the survivability of the Coco's rum. Like, I always just thought of the boat of like, yeah, it does AoE damage. Yeah, the rum, it does something. I don't know. The rum is like god tier. The rum wins team fights. Like, for these big raid boss Dusa heroes, like the rum is straight up the thing that ties it all together and makes the hero feel so broken in the mid game. I just had that revelation recently. So maybe exclaiming my noobness here for the whole world to see, but the rum, Gary, the rum.
Yeah, undispellable too. So good.
Undispellable too. There you go. Sorry, Oracle.
Now, I actually really like this curveball from Unknown. I think you would never ban Sand King like that, but because Mini likes to play the mid Sand King, and because it's so good at holding pushes, which is something that Medusa wants to do at 20-25 minutes.
Yeah.
It's definitely. I expect BINOMISTAS to be thinking about that. It's also a counter to the Terrorblade, which may be Unknown. I guess they cannot pick it because they have the Darkseer, but it would be nice to have it.
Well, still plenty of time for BINOMISTAS here. And Unknown, I love this. They've got a minute 45 seconds reserve time in the bank, so they can really think about this and react to whatever BINOMISTAS grab here. And still some flexibility. Do we want an off laner? Do we want a mid?
I still look at, like, at the end of game 1 draft, right? It's the same thing again. I want more damage. I want more team fight. I want something that saves my TB from getting jumped by a clockwork hookshot, vacuum sharpshooter combo. I want a Ravage or something.
I loved Centaur. I think that was a great ban too.
Yeah.
Obviously, cogs are pretty decent, but like somebody that can do damage and assist the team, like Underlord sort of comes to mind, but I don't know if it's enough damage. Okay. This is damage. This is something. This is some good skirmish. Haven't seen Pango too much. Might be the first Pango pick of the South American qualifiers.
It's pretty good versus Dusa.
Yeah, if you go Diffusal Blade, right? Mid Pango with Diff Blade against Dusa is real nice.
Yes, and the Disarm is also really underrated because she can Manta once, but then unless she has a Flicker or something, it's gonna be super annoying. It's very similar to the Sand King in a way that it slows down pushes, so you're gonna wear down the Medusa and eventually you engage on her.
Is that a mini hero? Does he play the Pango?
Yes. I'm sure he does.
Gotcha.
Could be offlane though, because I think Sexy Fat also plays it. That's
okay. Well, I was thinking I was going to say Bloodseeker is still in, and that's pretty scary against Pango. But Puck is another fantastic option here. So much utility and really high tempo as well. I think this Puck kind of ties together the way they want to play, right? Like Puck wants to do stuff early around these item timings, and that should gel pretty well with this Dusa Darkseer Tricore they got going on.
It's so nice against the supports as well, right? Having Waning Rift to silence Nyx before he can carapace, before the Ench can heal. And if... I wonder if RoboZ goes that Dagon build this game, because we've seen that a lot against Terrorblade in
Ooh,
particular. To go the Spell Amp Dagon build, you just kill him solo.
It's really good. It's like,
And, you
there's
know-
a few situations where Dagon actually feels like a legit item and not a meme. That's one of them.
And
Yeah.
Puck, just because he gets so close to the enemies, he actually uses Darkseer Iron Shell really well. This is an underrated Darkseer combination. I just love this. I think Unknown has a better draft. You know, they swapped the Pango because it gets countered really hard by the Puck. I'm not convinced. I think BINOMISTAS, if they want to win this game, which they lost the draft in my opinion, they have to play much better.
Mini Death Prophet. It's a sexy fat Pango. Yeah.
Yes.
Ooh. I don't know if I like that. Mid DP. I mean, it's classic. It's stable, but it looks like a hard path for BINOMISTAS here.
Yeah, the one big worry you have is controlling runes against the Puck, right? Radiant side Puck with small camp, the ability to clear wave and get runes, while DP, like she's got good movement speed, but you're going to be contending with both Hoodwink and Clockwork rotating out lane to control runes. So I guess
to either
Nyx
go
is going to
like-
have to do a lot of that as well.
You have to go either rush BKB on DP, which is never amazing, or Force Staff.
Like
and
second
there's a
item
Puck,
beyond disc.
Yeah. Oh, that's true. And this is nice.
This
I think you could go Yule's Aeon or Yule's BKB.
This will be a good test for Unknown, because that pattern I was talking about before this game, I think it might be a little bit even, maybe deceptively even early on, and then once Unknown hit this timing, I think they'll be able to flip the switch and really put a lot of pressure on that will be hard for BINOMISTAS to handle. But no pause here, so let's jump right in. Gareth Bowie, game 2, it's you.
Thank you, Zyora. Yeah, and already very quick out of the gates. RoboZ gets the Observer Ward down, and now he's moving around, kind of faking out another ward elsewhere. And that right-hand ward going to get spotted. Radiant got the vision down much earlier, so Unknown have advantage already.
All right.
Why's the TB tipping the Hoodwink?
Maybe just some friendly banter. I didn't
maybe.
see anything happening. Maybe they're friends. After all, Benny is proving. Oh.
Well, they see them. Nuages, target of choice. Battery Assault. Good stun coming out of Jupiter, but Medusa getting first blood. Not what the BINOMISTAS wanted to see. Pakar's already off to a great start. And the BINOMISTAS losing their Ench early on.
Yeah.
So did they see both of these wards placed, by the way? Did they see the mid ward as well?
The mid ward I'm not sure, but I'm certain of the cliff one. Yeah, you know,
Gotta
that's
contest
classic
all the
BINOMISTAS.
runes.
They-
4 runes incoming?
Okay.
No.
They do.
I'll get 3.
Like BINOMISTAS, they are overly aggressive, and you know sometimes that works to their advantage because you know as safe people are not expecting you to use all of your spells and then fight again. But I think sometimes that actually pretty costly to them, and I think that's one of the moves. You you knew that they were around, so there's a chance there's a ward there, and they still actually go so deep to lose the inch.
Yeah, not a great start for them. Looks like Benny top already using Metamorphosis. Try and deal with this double Ion Shell creep wave that Sacred sets up.
Good
Wiz
night.
will finally join in. This is the thing, right? Nuages doesn't want to enchant these creeps. Doesn't want to really enchant the Darkseer, so just going to wait for the creep to come up. But they're going to what? Body block the large camp and the small camp. Yeah, make sure there are no creeps close by.
Yep.
Nothing for Ench to do.
This is
It
rough.
does mean Benny
'cause-
gets free farm, 4 and 5. Plenty denies.
Yeah, but the effectiveness of Nuages is definitely going to be, I guess, diminished. He does find a tomato here. Looks like he's going to use it.
Oh, they got the sentry in that camp as well. But I guess also with meta down now, it becomes a bit more difficult for Benny to contend with the double Ion Shells coming out of Sacred. And Bushwhack. Gonna drag him in towards it. And there's the Hellbear Smasher going to work. Not too much Nuages can do to stick around though. So a good start coming out of the BINOMISTAS, but we'll see how that moves on. As in that mid lane, RoboZ currently at 4-1 as Mini asserting dominance in that mid lane from a very early point.
Really well here. Yeah, I think this lane, before they actually improved the cast point on Crypt Swarm, it was super puck favored, but DP now pretty solid mid hero. Wouldn't expect less.
Yeah. Keep spamming out those Spirit Siphons. Doesn't go and jaunt to the orb, though. Gonna empty the bottle, head towards Water Rune soon. We'll see who that favors. As it looks like the cogs on bottom, trapping the Nyx inside. Good disarm onto Pakaz, but Jupiter still gonna get found by Prada. And now Sexy Fat with no swashbuckle. Getting chased down by the Boots clock, but there's no Battery Assault, no Orb of Venom or anything, so does get away from danger.
You know what's crazy about this game? Like, you see Darkseer and Clockwork, and most people would expect the Darkseer to be playing with the clock, because he's a melee hero. But leaving the clock bottom, I think makes this already very weak lane, the Pangolier and Nyx, much weaker. I think they left the Clockwork there just to make sure the Pango doesn't have a free lane, because it can definitely be an annoying hero versus the Dusa.
And I guess so far the Hoodwink has done a great job kind of scurrying in towards the creep camps, blocking them up, getting in front of Nuage's Enchantress right now. Swash. Widge, Fairy Fire, the Metamorphosis takes her down, and the Enchantress survives, even has a salve to give to Benny.
Okay, very nice.
It's going to be a challenge for me, by the way. Swashbuckle and Bushwhack. My brain is already trying to figure out how to put that into a team fight. The Swashback.
The swash.
The Bushbuckle. Oh, Sacred.
Oh, nice
Good dispel. The Enchant stops the surge. Very well done. Nuages stops the Darkseer in his tracks.
BINOMISTAS punching back. I like this.
And a good stun bottom lane onto Prada. Nothing really Sexy Fat can do, but he goes swashbuckling aggressively. That's a bit dangerous, though. Long cooldown again puts him in danger of getting cogsed up or trapped with a Battery Assault. We'll be fine. And Prada going to have to come back and de-ward his camp.
I wonder what Nuages wants to do now. I think you get to a point, especially when Darkseer is level 4 and 5, where it's really tough for the Terrorblade to stay in this lane with no mana. So I think he might just be able to leech some experience here as the Terrorblade jungles. Just interested to see when Benny is going to decide to do that, because I think his lane becomes super hard. Oh, bottom.
Catch onto the Clockwork. Yeah, he was in that creep wave, in the creep camp. And Jupiter just lines up the stun. I mean, it can be pretty difficult there. Nyx Assassin just catching you out. It's a pretty good Nyx game, all things considered, right? We talked about how Medusa was picked into the Nyx. Darkseer is there as well. Puck, also a hero that can get caught out. I mean, Jupiter's got so many options to carapace and catch people.
For sure.
Or even just mana burn them into the ground.
I think there's games where you play Nyx for...
the block!
Jupiter kind of AFK there.
Yeah, he's going to get caught. I was looking top where there was a body block going on, but yeah, Jupiter's getting Battery Assaulted. Oh, he's going to slip away.
Nice proc.
The movement
Got
speed
the
advantage.
Lucky shot. But yeah, I do feel like there's games where Nyx, he doesn't get kills in lane or maybe dies, and he can feel super underwhelming even against heroes that he counters. This is not that game. They're doing really well bottom here. So I expect great things coming from Jupiter.
It also sets up nicely for Sexy Fat's Pango.
Angel, though.
Medusa's getting a good amount of farm, right?
Yes. Very, very farmed.
Compared to the TB, though, there's a pretty massive gulf in denies. 21 denies on Benny. Wow. And that top rune spot, Nuage is going to get chased down, yet Centaur Stomp doesn't stop RoboZ or Widge from finding him.
Yeah, that's the Hoodwink effect, because usually you can just like get your 4 with Iron Shell and make sure that the enemy carry cannot deny, because they have 2 Iron Shells at the same time. Hoodwink doesn't want to be in attack range from the Terrorblade, so it allows Benny to get so many denies.
That's true, yeah. We'll see what the Hoodwink gets up to. Still sticking around top lane. Trying to deal with this Nuage's Enchantress with all the sentry wards placed everywhere. There's the Ench finding it, though. But a real strong start from the BINOMISTAS. You know, dead even in the laning stage, but they've got their core heroes farming up a storm. And the TB winning his lane like this always feels incredibly good because usually we see him die twice, 5 minutes in, go jungle, then come back into the game. Now that he's ahead, the tempo's being set, right? Against this Medusa who wants to be hitting that, well, like 20-minute mark, go and push, move towards tier 1s. Terrorblade's going to be doing that, but quicker.
Yeah, for sure. He can definitely join the DP once Exorcism is up. Also curious to see how Mini is gonna play this. He doesn't even have Exorcism learned right now, so they're waiting for a timing. Maybe the level 6 on the Pangolier. Oh, speaking of him.
Yeah. Well, he's the one that's getting coiled. Not gonna snap it. Oh, he does. He walks out and snaps it, realizes he's dead. Does hit level 6, so now he's died. He's got the option of TPing into one of these other lanes to try and make a play.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
And Enchantress stealing the stacks. Large camp being removed out, which Widge had been building up for the Medusa.
I'm surprised Benny's still top uncontested like this. He's almost 3 levels ahead of Sacred. This is actually crazy. I expected this lane to become almost unlaneable, but they never brought any melee heroes there to try and like dive him or anything. So he's just chilling here. This is really good.
Oh, does Sacred get found?
Oh,
he sure does. Courier being aimed out. He drops the wall on them. Sacred turns onto Nuages in the TPs. Once again, Unknown showing that they can react so damn quickly. They find the both of them. Supports down as RoboZ reacts very quickly. And in your face, Pakaz has already ditched the bottom lane. So no chance for the BINOMISTAS to find him.
I'm really impressed with, I think we're talking a lot about Angel with Unknown, but at least in the DPC, I thought his mid-game performances weren't like, he was always a decent mid player, but never really caught my eye. And in the last series and this one, I really feel like he's stepping it up. So, very impressive by RoboZ so far. The way he's rotating, the way he's itemizing.
Yeah, it's been great. We're going for that Witchblade first, as we expect, and then we kind of wait until that level 15 talent to see what direction he goes. Tier 1 top being gathered up by Sacred. Yeah, bottom lane gone as well, so this map starts to flip, right? Dire team plays bottom as their primary base of operations. Radiant starts to play top to defend each other's triangles, which Benny and Pakaz both clear out some decent stacks of Ancients and large camps.
Def Prophet going for that hood against the magic burst of the puck. I definitely agree with it. Darkseer finally actually getting some breathing room. He was struggling so much, now he's tied up with the Pangolier. So I just gotta be careful here.
We'll see if RoboZ can just finish this one off. Nature's Attendance, yeah, even just at level 1. Enough to heal her up.
We had Witchblade out as a Q, I think, but it's pretty close, but not there yet.
But it's that waiting game.
Right.
I guess Mini using that arcane rune, he's got DPLT up again. Exorcism's ready in, what, 2 seconds? So is this going to be a group up and push mid-tier 1? They've got Catapult ready.
Yeah, it's pretty low here. I guess they were a little bit late. So they can obviously go, even without a Catapult, but it is dead, unfortunately. What are they waiting for here? Treads on Pango, Yasha on Terrorblade. They are sending Benny around here, so... For now, looks like they're just gonna chill. Mini actually goes top, so... it would be unconventional to see them taking this tower. But it is very good to dominate the triangle of the Medusa.
I think, yeah, that's the thing, right? We saw it in game 1 from Unknown doing the same thing. Pushing that Radiant top tier 1 so you can invade triangle. But Unknown aren't there. They kind of feel this coming, and they're the ones that want to go and invade Dire Triangle to try to find Benny. Meta is down. Does he have a point saved? No. 4 plus 4 plus 1 is 9, so no Sunday here for TB.
Really
But he also evades. Oh, the vision. That high ground ward, they know exactly where he is. They cut in between the tier 1, tier 2. There's the hook shot in. He is level 10. Sunder's ready, but the Waning Rift and the Coil all arriving perfectly timed to blow up Benny's TB.
Okay. Yeah, they have so much magic damage. There's no way he's gonna tank that, even with Sunder up. Looks like they're gonna trade towers, but I mean, I don't think this is an ideal trade because even though you can kind of go up the triangle there, the mid tower still allows them to defend it a little bit. I guess they do defend middle though.
That's a good stun on Medusa. They burst through a lot of her mana pool, but can't fully bring her down as a Rolling Thunder crashing in towards Widge, but a great sharpshooter juking up to the high ground. Well played by the Hoodwink. A DD spawns bot here for Mini. They defend their tower though. All things considered, not too bad, and you know, Benny's respawned and able to get down to bottom lane to keep on farming.
Yeah, with that said though, we were saying that Benny was having a good lane stage, and he was, but look at the difference in gold from the Medusa and the Terrorblade.
It's crazy.
Almost a 2k gold lead. Wow.
And it's just like the Ancients were stacked for the Medusa and the Ancients weren't stacked for the TB. It feels like that was one of the biggest factors. But yeah,
Yes,
Angels picked up a lot more farm.
Medusa just farms the Ancients faster too. Like, you need a little bit more levels on the TB too.
Oh!
You're not a Luna, right? Oh yeah, they lose there.
The neutral helps out the Enchantress. Prada and Widge, I thought they had that one easily.
I mean,
But
she's
she
friends
calls
with
upon
them.
the Friends of the Forest.
All right, I'm getting scared. I think TB is actually a good matchup versus Medusa, but if they keep farming as fast with Angel, there's no way TB can take these fights. They have to keep pushing. They're gonna have Exorcism in 30 here with Mini. I think they have to take this mid tower, start choking the Medusa a little bit, and then like I think they really need to get the first Rosh on the side of BINOMISTAS. I think if somehow Unknown gets this, they will catapult their advantage to a level that BINOMISTAS won't be able to recover.
Well, nice combo. Two supports flying the Ench. Hook shot, sharpshooter. Easy peasy. I think, yeah, looking down this bottom lane though, Pakaz gets demolished. So a lot of this, I was thinking a lot of this is going to come down to Jupiter, right? This Vendetta, this Nyx Assassin playing in front of his team, scouting people out, figuring out if a team fight is worth taking or not. As RoboZ is surged, grabs a haste rune, slips away from Mini and Sexy Fat in that mid lane.
All right, Benny forces Glyph.
And they come and TP into mid. DD rune on Mini still going with Exorcism ready. Carapace onto the puck, but RoboZ not getting caught.
Oh, if Benny can take the
Benny
tier
gonna
2
try
beef.
connect?
Oh.
Because we're just down here. So is RoboZ. He doesn't have mana for Sunder. I don't think he can even...
no.
Yeah, he tries to tread switch, but the coil not going to snap. Nuage is the first to die. Benny reflects back, but he's gone. Prada's traded his life for it, but Unknown, a scrappy fight going their way as the Terrorblade, a big kill to take. And they've also wasted Exorcism right. This Dire team tried to connect with the TB, so both Tier 2 bot and Tier 1 mid, they're still standing tall, while Pakaz moves in towards the enemy Tier 1.
Oh, that's so greedy from Benny. He's like, oh, if I take this tier 2 tower, then we don't really need another glyph once we take the mid tier 1.
Sexy Fat.
Okay.
He's rolling Thunder to try and
really
stop
I
that
hate
puck
this.
from killing Jupiter. Okay, you get a catch onto Widge, but now the puck just turns straight back on your Nyx Assassin. Really disjointed gameplay from BINOMISTAS this past couple of minutes. It has been sloppy. And Unknown exploiting it perfectly.
I totally agree. Mini actually uses Exorcism. He doesn't take mid. He doesn't save the Terrorblade once they try to connect. And they even lose their own tower. So this is starting to get out of control. And Medusa is so fat. Oh, Hench. Hello.
Well. Stuck up on that high ground. I guess one thing is, Unknown don't have the best Roche taking lineup, so even if you lose heroes here and there, you lose your towers, it's not so simple for Unknown just to go in the pit and take Roshan.
True. The Hoodwink not going for that Solar Crest we often see, actually getting a Vessel. So I agree with that. But even if they don't Roche, if they just choke BINOMISTAS, I think, I mean, the Medusa's already farming this fast. Imagine if Terrorblade has no map control.
Yeah. Oh, hello. Hook shot onto Nyx Assassin. Well, Jupiter, I felt like it's a great game for him. Trying to play that frontline scouting play, and Nuage is caught with that sharpshooter from long range. The puck just keeps going forward. Waning Rift and Orb. Untouchable, a little bit annoying with the one charges as well to heal back up the Ench. But they've got the Clockwork with the Battery Assault to help out Widge. So now TB's map, like you say, is getting smaller and smaller. Doesn't feel safe in triangle. Glad that he just cleared it out. But he has to go northwards into that top jungle.
Yeah. This is getting a little grim. They do have Exorcism again on Mini. Tier 1's still up, so that's definitely in the back of their minds. It's just that it feels like every time they just try to brute force it, it's not working. So maybe they should smoke, wrap around, get a couple of kills, and then that's free tower, maybe even Roche if they use BINOMISTAS. Let's see if that's they do kind of look like they want to smoke.
Yeah, they're all grouping up together. Feels like that's what they want to do, but I guess clearing out the mid wave is the priority now.
Oh, clock.
Are they trying to go on Nuages? Yeah, trap the Ench inside the cogs. Sharpshooter and battery assault clears through Nuages. Prada's pretty tanky on his clock. Still has 800 HP, 6-1 charges, good hook shot. They catch him out though with that Vendetta strike as the Bushwhack grabs two of them into the tree with a Waning Rift over the top. The three-man coil, Puck comes in. Nyx Assassin still alive. Carapace is back with a Stone Gaze. Vacuum in. Drags them towards Pakar's Medusa. And RoboZ unstoppable as they clear through 3 and look for the 4th. A Pangolier all the way in the back lines. Hands over his life as Pakar's now even further ahead of the TB in the net worth.
Oh, that Vessel counters the Death Prophet so hard. I think she had like 18 1 charges, used Spirit Siphon, and she healed like 400 HP. So...
She's got 6 charges on it.
Huh.
On the Spirit Vessel. So
God.
So many charges at the disposal of the Hoodwink. So it's like Ench and DP. Even the Terrorblade getting caught out by that as there we go. Sharpshooter misses. RoboZ not wanting to go delving too far into the dire side of the map. So nice to see what Pakas is doing though, right? Clear enemy triangle, and then your options are either push or fall back. So you're removing all of that farm away from the BINOMISTAS. Hench.
Beautiful tornado.
Sexy Fat. They're all just dying. Benny kills off Prada, but they lose 2 heroes for the position 5 clock kill.
Yeah, that's a meta use, right? If they don't take this tier 1, if they don't Roche, this is going to be awful. This just allows Unknown to go inside Roche if they want to.
And we still haven't seen this. As Jupiter Nyx Assassin do particularly well. I'm starting to wonder about his skill build, by the way, Bowie. When we've seen Nyx against... is Mini... Mini's dead. Is Mini going to drop here? RoboZ just makes the jump. Nyx Assassin's silence. Doesn't have Carapace anymore. Could try and Vendetta away as Benny's remnants of this Metamorphosis trying to play towards them. But Angel, he just sprints forward. The Medusa's going to find the TB with the help of RoboZ's Puck. It's all falling apart for the BINOMISTAS.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, this is rough because I think in both games, the lane stage from BINOMISTAS was good enough. But their moves after the 10-minute mark just set them up for disaster. Let's see if they can defend this. Nyx is in position, but yeah, I don't think they're gonna.
Yeah.
This is a 19-minute Battlefield, by the way. I'm sorry, a Butterfly from the Medusa. This is crazy
Holy
fast from
shit.
Angel.
14,500 net worth at 20 minutes. I think there was a game back in Season 2 at DPC where Theban was incredibly proud of a Terrorblade who had, I believe,
Angel,
13k. Was it?
Yeah.
Well, yeah, it was Pakas TB with 13k at like 19-20 minutes. So, yeah, very similar performance here.
Look at that illusion. Tanking a whole creep wave under tier 2.
Yeah, why not? So I want to come back to the Nyx Assassin, right? Because we've seen a number of different... that's just a clockwork. I don't care about him. I care about Nuages, though. Going to jump by RoboZ. Oh, we care now. Oh, Prada. He's turned it around. He's got 1 charge. He's got 4 staff. He's fine. Puck is getting caught up in that Rolling Thunder. Stunned and silenced with a phase shift, and an orb away might be enough to save RoboZ. He's got a Yules. That's come out of the enemy team. Jaunt to the orb, not available. As the phase shift, it's there, but the damage is done. BINOMISTAS kill a massive Puck and the Courier, which had a Dagon on it.
Alright, looks like Mini, yeah, he was, why do I try and force this tower? But he knows the wave is in their tier 3, so... This is the problem, right? They get this kill, but it's not going to change the state of the game at all. They don't feel comfortable roaching, they cannot take the mid-tier 1 tower, so it buys them a couple of minutes. But the over aching narrative is this Medusa just getting bigger and fatter.
All right, do you have a moment to talk about Nyx Assassin? Because
I do.
I keep wanting to. Hey, he's about to die. Now, we've seen a number of different builds from Nyx's over the years, and I feel like more recently we've seen this. There's 2 points in the Impale, max out Carapace, and then go Mana Burn. Do you know why he's gone for an Impale this game? Because it feels like Mana Burn is so good against Darkseer, Medusa, Puck, Hoodwink.
I honestly cannot give you the answer. I think the only answer I can think of is the fact that he's the only reliable stun besides Rolling Thunder, which is not reliable. So
that's what it's felt like, right?
Yeah.
RoboZ gets a 2-man coil.
Maybe more of a
Prada
draft
out.
issue.
Do they want to continue fighting here? Oh, looks like Widge is moving forward. Spirit Vessel placed in onto Sexy Fountain, and there's RoboZ. Jumps straight into the back. Mini trying to dodge away from sharpshooters, which does launch in towards Benny. Somehow getting away from the Ench and the DP, but no kills to be had.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think you're right. He is the only stunner. He's the only one.
When I think you talked about it in the draft, like when I saw Enchantress plus Nyx, I'm like, yeah, Enchantress is a decent response against Darkseer, but aren't you debating yourself in this duo that doesn't really do a lot? And I think that's what we're seeing here. All right.
Like at no stage of the game have we felt BINOMISTAS accomplishing what their draft is meant to do, right?
Exactly.
Push towards towers with Meta, with Exo. They're the ones on the back foot, never starting team fights because they don't have someone that does that. Same thing that happened in game one. It feels like they need a Blink Initiator, a DK, Centaur, Tidehunter, something like that.
Yeah, I guess like they maybe thought that Pango could be that hero, but you know, he can do the same thing that Tidehunter does, but he's such a greedier hero, and he is now forced to go to Zeus Scepter because he's getting owned by the Puck. Just tough.
And now contending with a 20,000 net worth Medusa holding Aegis. Scardy on top of the Butterfly, and high ground being broken. The wave cutting begins. The BINOMISTAS, they are across the map on Radiant's side of the river, trying to slow this down. But the tier 3 is going to fall, and I mean, they're glyphing. Ooh, the Radiant lose their range creep. So I don't know if they can kill Rax here. They'll get a tier 3, right?
Yes.
Nuage is just blown up by the Puck. Puckhouse isn't done. He's going for barracks, man. He's punching buildings. Where's my creep wave? Defend that range creep. The Nyx Assassin with a vendetta. He kills the range creep, but there's another wave. And Puck with a beautiful bushwhack coming in, which helps set up to defend the wave and allow the push to continue. As it looks like one melee creep also found its way through to that dire base.
Yeah, like you can see what BINOMISTAS wanted to do with this Pangolier, you know, just spamming Swashbuckle, disarming the Medusa, but I think they actually wanted to play this mid, and I don't know if they forgot about the Puck. It's a meta hero, but once you're forced to play this off lane, I'm just very skeptical. There's a reason people don't play Pango off lane a lot anymore.
At some point, the BINOMISTAS, they have to fight. You just lost a lane mid, you're losing a lane bottom. Puckhouse Medusa just sitting here and hitting your buildings, and they blow up the Enchantress. Mini gets off the Exo, BKB, moves towards the Medusa now with the Rolling Thunder connecting decently, but Terrorblade, what's he going to get done? He's got himself the Scardy to slow down Puckhouse, but she just turns and fights. The split shot spreading damage across them, and the Dagon zap out from this Puck annihilates the Pango. Mini now running out of gas, forced back behind the barracks, and Benny, he's got to sunder someone. But he can't do it. He's dead. Sacred with the illusion kills off the TB. No buyback on him, and there's the GG.
Wow, this is not the unknown that I cast yesterday, or either that or Infinity is an incredibly good team, because I think I know they were slightly the favorites for this series, but they just mopped the floor with BINOMISTAS. I didn't expect that.
Also on the flip side, this doesn't feel like it was the BINOMISTAS we saw in season 2 of the DPC, right?
That is
or even
true.
season 1.
That is true.
Completely different stuff. I mean, drafting aside, it felt like BINOMISTAS just not on the same page in terms of what they wanted to do with with these heroes, with these team fights. But yeah, we'll have a quick little break and return with Zayori to talk about the game a little bit more after this.
All right.